Hey everybody, just wanted to check in here and talk about how to write a financial analysis. Okay, so we're going to take these case write ups one step at a time. And one of the first things that we're going to do is learn how to write a good financial analysis. So it's not that hard. It just takes a little bit of diligence. So we're doing these pretty much all on our own. But let me give you the basis of what goes into a financial analysis. Minimum of 3 years data goes into this portion, okay? What we're looking for are the main numbers here: sales revenue, net income, earnings per share, return on equity, okay? Stock price, okay? Liquidity ratios, including a current ratio. That's about it. All right. Those are plenty for us to do this. All right. And what we're looking for is about 3 years worth, and we're going to write about that. All right. So we don't write a big narrative. We pretty much stay focused and write kind of like this. In 2016, Under Armour had sales of X. 2015, sales of this. 2014, sales of that. Contributing to these sales were blah, 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 or what could have taken away. We had in the, for example, in your annual report, they'll tell you information about what helped or hurt sales. Bring that into it. Dig it out of the internet. Under Armour sales revenue US. Under Armour sales revenue Europe. Now here's a hint. Under Armour doesn't have good sales revenue in Europe. And there's some articles out there about it. So you can bring in some of that. Don't talk too much about it. But you're going to say our revenue could be better in Europe because of blah, blah, blah. Real quickly. Okay? Our revenue in the US seems to put us at number 1, 2, or 3 market share. You can say something like that here. And then talk about earnings per share, return on equity the same way, just factual. 16, 15, 14, all the way through, okay? For all those metrics, it's pretty easy. And then we talk about liquidity. We're going to talk about current ratio for sure, all right? Some debt to income analysis. Any extraordinary payouts or debts that we had that impact our cash flow, we want to know about in this section. So you write about that stuff in this section, and then also supporting it, you should give a couple graphs. Now, we're talking about sales and net income, and we're talking about the same years, 16, 15, 14 I would do. You can set your graphs up so that you can show 4, even more, of these metrics in one graph. You have a bar graph, you can have a couple line graphs that are telling you some of the same things all in the same graph. All right. So use graphs any way you want. You can create a graph for each one of those categories if you want, but we want to be able to graphically show our reader. And what we want to do is we want to label those as appendix A, B, C, D, E, or F, and we want to reference to those in that narrative. All right? That's the basics of a financial write-up. Tell me about the top line. Tell me about the ratios. Tell me about the bottom line and net income. Okay? Tell me about my current ratio and my liquidity analysis, what my debt to income is, so I can see those debt loads. Show me in the graphs over a 3-year period. Has debt gone up? Has debt gone down? How's my current ratio? How am I covering my debts? All right, write about it. I'll put some stuff out for you to look at if it's not out there already. You guys could probably do a better job than what's out there right now because I'm giving you guys a little bit of coaching on it. All right. How many pages should it be? It should be at least a couple. All right. This is 2-page. This is double spaced, size 10 to 12 font, Times New Roman. All right. By the time you tie in the graphs and everything, it should be 2 to 3 pages. Okay. Take a look at that. If I'm not very clear here, let me know. I think I am based on how I scripted this. But if I'm not, let me know. I'll help you. All right. There should be no confusion about how to do this stuff once I get the assignments up. If there is, just call me or email me. I'm so happy to help you guys. Just let me know. All right. Take care.